2nd of April, I see a vision of a broken heart, and you and me, 2nd of April 2026. She's mad. I'm the one who needs her more than the other way around, it seems. She's smart. I deleted Elon's account, sick of hearing from him. On all of my pages, gone. I'm not who I present myself as in the media. I am the fraud, little big end of town, the biggest idiot on the whole earth, who thinks she's been looking for a man who has everything, and then she finds out it's a scam. Pete Hegseth thinks you know him better than his own wife, and that's hard. She's been there for so long. Why? Because she sees what only I can see, and hears my heart beating loudly now on live TV, and she knows it's getting very serious, and it's not going to get better anytime soon. We've stuck our neck out too far now to go back. I believe we need her to help, but how? And I see a broken heart. I do. And the next dream that I had on the 3rd of April, on Good Friday, I wake up and I'm dreaming about my daughter, my youngest daughter Erin, receives a phone call, and it's an extortion threat that if she doesn't pay the money, she'll be raped. And she's telling me about it, and my other daughter Jordan's next to her. And then I call up my son to tell him about it, and I'm about to panic. I don't want to panic, and I have to get into action mode and get ready to pack up in a hurry. I say, we've got to go. And then I see a paper aeroplane, like the send button for an email or a post. This one won't miss. And then I see the third part of the same dream. I see a cargo net, like a giant fishing net, which is full of people, bodies, and a cardigan, like a blue knitted cardigan, coming out of the net, caught in a net. These people, women, and somebody says, I think she might need clothes. And then somebody else says, she's been in there for 3 weeks. She's turning to custard, dead, caught in the net, trapped. In 3 weeks' time, the 24th of April, is a time when they've predicted potentially that Australia would run out of fuel, and the UK also out of fuel shipments. Fortunately, it sounds like Australia has done some negotiating. We've got 53 ships of oil on the way, and at the moment the government are reporting that we have stabilised our fuel supplies for the short term till mid-May at least, while the Strait of Hormuz remains closed. And Australia is also negotiating deals for fuel security with Singapore and South Korea and Japan, who have something like 290 or so days of fuel reserves stored up. Australia had made some foolish decisions, not only in the lack of storage of reserve fuel, but in policy decisions about not taxing the exports of LNG. We're the 3rd largest LNG exporter in the world, but we haven't really been reaping the benefits of those exports in energy reserves. So that's something that's on the table at the moment in the Australian government, is negotiating new tariff fees charges for the export of LNG from Australia. We also have reserves of crude oil off the west coast and Victorian coast in Australia that are owned by American interests. Chevron is one of them. JP Morgan, I think, might be one of the others, and it's big American banks invested here. So the Australian government has cut excise between 27 and 50 cents per litre. But again, that's a poor policy decision. Short term, take away the tax is going to drop revenues for the government. And short-term fix, if this Strait of Hormuz again is not opened up, then we've still got the problem of lacking fuel reserves. So Indonesia has come to the table to relieve Australia's need for agricultural supplies, for fertilisers, urea, but they are nowhere near have the production facility capacity to replace the loss coming out of the Strait of Hormuz, although they've agreed to deal with us, trade with us. So these are the visions that I have. This message won't miss. Extortion threats of rape and caught in the net. 3 weeks, April and mid-May is the next deadline coming up.